Howdy y'all, it's been a while since we've had a chicken video, so I figured I'd update you guys on how the coop was going. And actually, quite a few weeks ago, I actually went ahead and finished it and got it all complete, and here's the final result. There she is. The chickens also are already living in it, so they've already got accustomed to their new home, and I was having a little bit of a problem where they were slipping outside of the fence because they were still so small. So I had to keep them in there for about a week and a half before I could let them out full time. I actually let them out this week. But now they're full-time chickens, I guess, and they're outside in this little field area that they have, and they are loving it. And they know every night to get inside the coop. I mean, they've been in there for a couple weeks, so if they still didn't know that was their home by now, I'd be a little worried. Thankfully, Yahweh gave them the instincts to know when to go inside and when to come outside, so that's been dandy and easy. All I had to do is come and close this door at nighttime, and they're ready to go. So I'll go ahead and show you guys kind of like what the build looked like, because I did get some video of me finishing it, and I'll take you to each part of the build, and yeah, let's get started. So from where we left off last, basically the first thing that I started was I went ahead and put the mesh on everywhere. So I went ahead and took the old mesh from the old coop and just wrapped it around this top piece so that nothing could get in, but they still have nice ventilation. And then originally, if you remember the first plans, I had 2 windows here, and I kind of explained there why I ended up not going with that. It's because I didn't have enough wire mesh, and I didn't want to buy a whole another roll for, 2 little spots. And also, I remember with our last chickens that they do get easily scared if they see something from far off or whatever, or something even right outside this fence, and then they'll stop laying. So it actually is better to have less windows. That you want to have a lot of ventilation, but you don't want as many places to where they can actually see the outside at nighttime, because they do get freaked out very easily. So that ended up actually being really good. So I think that's all the ventilation they have, except obviously, the base where we added the wire mesh as their flooring, so that we could kind of like fertilize the ground underneath. But other than that, I think that, yeah, it's just wrapping around here and then here for the window. Obviously, if you can't tell, this is the door. So I was able to use a lot of the stuff from the old coop. So this was from the old coop. This was the old door on the coop. This was new. Couldn't get the old handle off of the old coop, unfortunately, because it was just so mangled, but super cheap. Just bought this one. This lock actually from the old coop, and this hinge from the old coop. So all that, and also this wire mesh. All the wire mesh you see actually is from the old coop. I didn't buy any new wire mesh for this build, which was super helpful. But yeah, so I mean, civil mechanism. Lock them in at night, open it up during the day, and they got their little walkway up through here. And then I'll kind of show you guys inside. All right, so here is kind of the interior of their little home. So super basic. Just again, back here, I left that door open so you can kind of see where this is in relevance to the rest of the build. But so that's the back wall, and then there's their nesting box up here. Made them a little ramp that just comes down and climb up there, lay their eggs, all that sort of stuff. And then down here I added a few little places where they can perch in case they want to come in during the day, which they never do. But, in case they do, or especially when they get older and they start to, they can't all fit up in this corner and sleep, they can start perching along these. So yeah, real thin pieces of wood that they can perch on. And then as you can see, this stays really clean for 10 birds being in here. It's actually insane how clean it stays. The only thing I really have to clean out is this top piece, because obviously nothing falls through there. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's literally just takes care of itself. So this is the back side of the coop. I tried to keep this really as simple as possible. I just cut 3 squares out of the piece of plywood that I had, and basically made 3 entrance doors to grab the eggs from. And then these are simple locks. I mean, they're just 2 pieces of wood that were screwed onto the actual building itself. But yeah, you got 1. Well, these are a little. This one's still got paint on it. I haven't opened this one. Let's see if we can get it open. There it is. Got 2 and 3. So got 3 nesting boxes for when they do start laying. I found that they actually really like to perch up here too when they're sleeping, mainly on this corner, which is why this one gets to clean the most. But yeah, so very simple design, gives them a lot of room and a lot of privacy because it sits up above the rest of everything else, and backboard back here so they can sit and feel private and not have to worry about being scared by anything. But yeah, that's basically it back here. There's the birdies just hanging out. So yeah, guys, basically that's the build there. I mean, this you want down, don't you? Done. They're getting big. It's crazy. I think this is the one that I showed on my commonplace book video. I think this is Tobias, which the more that I look at her, the more I'm thinking she might actually be a boy, but we will see as she gets older. But guys, to be honest with you, I am so thrilled that I decided to go with this design instead of the traditional coop. Just from using it the past 3 weeks, it's been revolutionary to chicken keeping for me. I remember with our old coop, it was so much of a hassle, and our chickens weren't able to roam wherever they wanted to. They were stuck in this little run that we had, and now not only do they have this open space here, but their coop is self-cleaning. It not only helps them because now their living environment is always clean, but it also helps me because I'm not having to sit here and clean it every single day. And on top of that, they're helping us really grow this grass down through here, and they're fertilizing it, because I put the mesh underneath. And so as they do that, the grass is going to go greener and more fertile, which means it's going to be more nutritious for the chickens, which means they're going to eat it, lay more nutritious eggs, and then, they're going to fertilize the ground again, and it's going to all cycle. And so that's what really drew me to this whole permaculture thing, is letting nature do what it was supposed to do, letting what the Lord made do what it was supposed to do. And then over here on my right side, I don't know if you can see it, but Jacob actually put a compost box here, and that is one of their favorite places to be. When I usually come out here, that's where they're at. They're in there scratching around, looking for different scraps and food that we'll throw in there. And as they're doing that, as they're looking for food, they're tilling up that old compost and really just making it rich and fertile. And so when my brother's ready, he's going to take it from there and put it into the garden, which then is going to grow, better vegetables, and it's going to make it bloom faster and all that sort of stuff. I don't know much about plants, but anyways, it's just really going to help with the production process over there in his section. Then, when we get extra produce from there, when he finally does harvest a lot of the stuff that he has in there, and we go to eat it and we have leftovers, throw it back in here, they eat it, till it up, make more fertilizer to put in there, and it's just, a process that one hand washes the other in a sense. They fertilize and lay eggs, and then we take the fertilizer, put it over there, makes us food, give the food back to them, and it's just that cycle of life practically. Just, again, from the 3 weeks that I've been using it, this has been amazing. It gives them plenty of room. I mean, I could probably fit, to be honest with you, 20 more birds in there. I know that I said that I was kind of regretted it at the beginning, but I am glad that I did go with the rubber tires because they had not been a problem at all. They haven't deflated in the slightest. Honestly, it's pretty easy to push around. I'll show you what that looks like, me pushing it around. The only problem is I did build this on a slope, and so it is a little bit harder to push it uphill. But you know, I only move it its own size like once every week, so it's not that big of a deal. But other than that, yeah, super thrilled with it, super happy with it. I definitely 100%, if you're looking to make a chicken coop, 100% go with the chickshaw. Like, no doubt in my mind. Like, traditional chicken coop is great, but I think that this is much greater. I think it outweighs traditional chicken coops by leaps and bounds. So, but again, that's just my humble opinion from personal experience with both. Definitely won't go back after this. Super thankful for it. And thankful for you guys watching this video. If you've not seen the previous ones, you know, me starting the build or even getting the chicks, those will kind of give you an idea of where my journey started with these little babies and where we're headed to. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. That helps me a lot. And as always, glorify Yahweh, burn the boxes. See you next time.